Hello, hello, hello! How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Peter Watches TV, where I watch all the TV shows. I watch all the reality TV shows, all the trending series on Netflix and Apple and Paramount and Peacock and Max and everywhere that you can binge watch shows. And I watch all the true crime, and I cover a lot of true crime over here. And so today I'm going to talk about the #1 trending show on Netflix, The Perfect Couple. And before I get into that, though, I want to give you guys some idea of what I'm going to be talking about this week, because some people are like, well, I want to watch the shows before you talk about it. Now, today with The Perfect Couple, I'm going to try to not spoil it, because I know that it just came out and a lot of people haven't watched it. So this will be probably more of a spoiler-free reaction to The Perfect Couple. I won't be giving like the ending away or anything like that. I will be talking about what I thought about like the actors and the characters, and I will be giving you an idea of what the show is about and what I thought of it, but I am not going to like ruin the ending for you, because but usually I do. Usually over here, all of my videos contain spoilers, so I just want to make that clear. But I also, this weekend, I finished The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I think it was my last video that I did was my coverage of the first 2 episodes. So the season, they put the whole first season out on Hulu. It's 8 episodes. I finished watching all 8 episodes. I have tons of notes about that. So I will be making that video tomorrow. So my video tomorrow will be about my conclusive thoughts about The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and what I thought of the characters or the cast, I guess, not characters, although they seem like characters. What I thought of the cast, what I thought about the drama, what I think about the possibility of a season 2 and all that kind of stuff. It was interesting because I put up on Instagram, so if you want to know what shows I'm watching, I usually put that up on my Instagram story. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I would appreciate that. But I usually put over there like pictures of Cody Brown from Sister Wives, because I'm binge watching Sister Wives. So for those of you, that will be probably my video on Wednesday. Will probably be my reaction to, I think it's seasons like 10 through or 9 through 14 of Sister Wives, because I'm like binging them like crazy, because the season premiere of season 19 comes out on Sunday, so I'm trying to finish it before then. But I put out a screenshot of the poster for The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and I said something to the effect of, please Hulu, for everything that is faithful and devout, because I always talk about being faithful and devout in the show, I said, please do not renew this show. And a lot of people reached out to me in DMs, and they were like, is it really that bad? I was going to watch it. So I will tell you, it's not that bad. It's messy. It is drama-filled. The characters are very vapid and the cast are very vapid and superficial. In fact, who I went in liking on the show is not who I ended up liking at the end of the show. It completely twisted for me. I am just not that invested. You don't really get to know the cast that well that I'm that invested in a second season. Plus, I will share with you what I really thought about the show when I talk about it tomorrow. But I have a lot of issues with the show. So that will be my coverage tomorrow. But I will say this. If you're looking for, like, I told my book club partner, because I have a true crime book club. So if you're interested in true crime, the link is below. You can go join the book club. But she loves, like, Vanderpump Rules, and, like, we all love, like, trash reality TV. And I said, she said, is it any good? And I said, you would love it, because it's very, like, trashy. I mean, it's like they talk horribly about each other. Their language is foul. I mean, if you like that, you'll like it. It's very, very messy. Every episode is very, very messy. It doesn't get really that boring at all. I just am not that invested for a season 2. That's just how I felt about it. But if you're thinking about watching it, I would definitely, if you like trash TV, I would recommend it. It falls right along with that. So anyway, so those are the videos that I'm going to do. I'm also going to do later in the week, Taken Together, At Wit's End, the true crime documentaries. I'm also going to do a new true crime documentary that just came out that's called The Girl in the Milk Carton. I just watched that at the end of last week. I watched so many shows. I am like going through shows like this. I literally have like 20 videos on a list right now to make over here. So I may, depending on what my like video schedule is like on my other channels. So for those of you that don't know, I have 7 channels. I may make 2 videos a day over here sometime in the next couple weeks. Like I may do a couple days where I do 2 videos a day over here, just to kind of get caught up on some of those shows, because some of the shows like what's the spinoff of The Walking Dead, the Ones Who Live and Daryl Dixon, like I haven't even done my reactions to those, and I watched them months ago, and I want to do those before the next season Daryl Dixon comes out, which I think it already has, or it's coming out this month. So anyway, okay. for those of you that like to watch TV shows and you like to have somebody to talk about TV shows with, I just want to say I'm having so much fun on this channel. When I originally started this channel, it started as just a reality TV channel, and I thought I was going to do like follow a lot of the drama and the, you know, what happens when the show's not airing. I'm just, to be honest with you, I follow that stuff. I follow all the Bravo accounts. I'm just not that interested in it to report on it. But I'm having such a great time watching these shows and doing my reaction to it. And I'm getting so many comments from people, and I'm getting a lot of DMs from people that are like, Peter, I love this channel. Thank you for I just want to say thank you for joining me along in this ride. I'm having such a great time. And if you're somebody out there that likes to watch TV shows and talk about TV shows, please subscribe to my channel and follow along with me. I'm having a blast, and I really, really appreciate all of you out there that have supported this new venture of mine. I'm like having such a good time. Like I mean, I love making videos on all my channels, but I love to watch TV shows and talk about it. So, and if you have any recommendations for TV shows you want me to watch and then respond to, please put that over there in the comment section below. Now, I also have a Shark Movie Club, which I usually do every Monday. I keep on putting it off. Last week, I didn't do it. I kind of, just to be honest with you, completely forgot. The Shark Movie Club will be coming out either tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on my schedule. That will probably be the day that I do 2 videos. That day, I'll do the Shark Movie Club. I already have the movie picked out for this week. So, but I want to talk about the movies from last week, which were Jaws 1 and Jaws 2, and then I also want to announce the movie for this week. I'm also thinking about, tell me if you'd be interested in this. I am a David Lynch super fan, and I love the TV series Twin Peaks. I haven't watched it in years, and then they came back and did another season like years after. I'm thinking about this fall, because Twin Peaks is such a fall show. I'm thinking about doing a like Twin Peaks watch along. Would anybody be interested in that, where I like every night watch like 2 episodes and then we watched it along together? If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comment section below. I want to pick some fallish show to watch together during the fall. Okay, so let's get into The Perfect Couple. Now, I did not know that this show was even coming out. My friend Tanya, my best friend, we were talking the other night. Okay, so I finished it last night, Sunday, so I started watching on Saturday. So Saturday night, I was talking to her on the phone, and she said, have you seen The Perfect Couple? I actually thought she was talking about the true crime show called The Perfect Wife, and I said, yeah, Tanya, I did my video on it like 2 or 3 weeks ago when it came out. She goes, no, not the true crime about the woman. She said, the new show based on the Ellen Hildebrand book, The Perfect Couple. Now, my friend, she reads all the Ellen Hildebrand books. I think Ellen has a sister, too. It's like Ellen and Erin Hildebrand. That's an author. She reads all their books. And so I said, did you read the book? And she goes, yeah, the book was great, but the TV show is phenomenal. And I said, is it really that good? Because I'm trying to binge watch Sister Wives this weekend and stuff like that. She goes, no, Peter, it is really that good. She goes, it reminds me of Big Little Lies. She goes, Nicole Kidman is in it. Nicole Kidman's fantastic. She's like, I think you'll really, really like it. She goes, it reminds me a lot of The Undoing, too, which was on HBO and I loved. So I was like, okay. So I was like, I'm going to try an episode of this, and if I like it, I'll watch it. I think she actually told me it was on Hulu, and I looked, and it was on Netflix. And I was like, oh, it's trending #1. So let me tell you what it is about really quick. When you look it up, hold on just a second. Okay, it says on here, this is from the Wikipedia, just so you know. The Perfect Couple is an American mystery drama miniseries starring Nicole Kidman, Liev Schreiber, Eve Hewson, and Dakota Fanning. It is an adaptation of the 2018 novel of the same name by Ellen Hildebrand and premiered on September 5th, 2024 on Netflix. And then I go in down here and I looked up the synopsis. It's very, very short. A lavish wedding in Nantucket ends tragically before it even begins when a body washes up on the beach the morning of the ceremony. And everyone staying at the house for the weekend is a suspect. It's 6 episodes. Each episode is about 45 to an hour long. And it is absolutely phenomenal. The cast, I almost said the staff. The cast is Nicole Kidman, Liev Schreiber, Eve Hewson, Billy Howell, Megan Fahey, Donna Lynn Champlin, I actually put this out. I don't know if I've seen it. Tanya said she was like, oh, don't you remember her from this? I was like, what was she in? Donna Lynn Champlin plays the detective. She is unbelievable, okay? I mean, Nicole Kidman, and I have to tell you, this is what's really interesting to me about this, is that I am not somebody like, out of the movie, I don't really care for Nicole Kidman. I think she's, when people ask me like, who's a celebrity that kind of like drives you nuts, like Nicole Kidman, like I just like interviews and red carpets and things, I can't stand her. And that's just my honest opinion, okay? But, like, I love her, like, in movies. The Others, I loved her in. The Undoing, I thought she was fantastic. Big Little Lies. And this, she is so good, okay? At the very end of this movie, she kind of takes her power back a little bit, you'll see. I mean, she is powerful throughout the movie, but There is a moment that is so powerful in this show, show, at the very end of this. But this Donna Lynn Champlin, who plays the detective, she comes from out of town, and she reminds me of, I can't remember who she reminds me of. She reminds me of somebody that was in the movie or the show on Hulu called Under the Bridge. She reminds me of the detective in Under the Bridge a little bit, but funny and sarcastic and just like can't miss a beat. There is like the humor in it. It's not funny at all, but there's like some subtle humor. I mean, moments where I just like, Dakota Fanning has some lines in it. I just was like, what did I just hear? I mean, there's just some fantastic lines in it. Liev Schreiber, who I haven't seen him in anything in years, okay? I think he's in like those Marvel movies or whatever. You can tell me in the comment section below. I don't follow him, but he plays the dad. So Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber play the parents of 3 sons. And Liev Schreiber comes from a very, very wealthy family, and Nicole Kidman is an author, and she is publishing her 29th book, and she writes about these characters that are detectives, and Dash and Dolly, and they're very much like positioned off of Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber, whose name is Tag in the movie, and which I love that name, by the way. I have to tell you, I was like, how close an age are Liev Schreiber and I? And he's like 57. I was like, he is so good looking. Like, I never thought about that in any of his younger movies, but like in this one, I was like, he is so good looking. I was like looking up his glasses. I was like, I want those glasses. So anyway, but he was fantastic in it. So they play this couple, and their middle son is getting married. Their oldest son is married to Dakota Fanning. Their middle son is getting married, and he's getting married to somebody that's not of their wealth status and things like that. And the wedding is going to be at their house in the Hamptons. And so the whole wedding party is coming there. And then they have a younger son who in like 3 weeks is turning 18. And when he turns 18, the other boys get their trusts. Like their financial trusts don't go into play until the youngest son turns 18. So Dakota Fanning plays the oldest son's wife, and she's pregnant, and she very much maneuvers this rich world in a very sophisticated way. And what happens, I don't think it happens until the very end of the first episode, somebody dies, but you don't know who dies when you're watching it. Like, if you watch the beginning, I think they actually show it at the beginning. Like, they show, like, they show somebody standing over the body, and you're like, I assumed who it was, and I was completely wrong. I had to stop it because I said who the person's name was that was murdered. But I think it's on the second episode where they introduce, or maybe towards the end of the first episode or the second episode, beginning of the second episode, where they introduce, like, who was murdered, and, like, who finds this person, and all this kind of stuff. And then it's like, everybody is a suspect. I mean, it literally is like, I will tell you this, I had so many theories, and who it ends up being had crossed my mind. I was like, it wasn't like, well, first of all, there's not one person in the entire family, okay? Between Nicole Kidman and her husband, the 3 sons, any partner of theirs, I mean, there's nobody in here except for really the mother and the father of the bride, which even at one point I kind of questioned whether they might have something to do with it. There's really nobody that is ruled out. I even at one point thought maybe the police officer was involved in it. There's nobody that really is ruled out from being part of this, right? So I started it on Saturday night. I watched 5 episodes of it. It got way too late, and I was like, I gotta go to bed. Sunday night, we were at brunch, or Sunday morning, we went to brunch, and my husband was like, what were you watching last night? And I said, I was watching The Perfect Couple, and I said, actually, I think you would really like it. He doesn't usually love thrillers, but like Big Little Lies, he loved. And I said, and I had read the book by Liam O'Yeardy before, which, by the way, Liam O'Yeardy has a book that's coming out this week, or it just came out already, if you guys are Big Little Lies lovers. I love Liam O'Yeardy. So anyway, already pre-ordered it on the Audible. So anyway, I said, you might like it. So when we came back from brunch, I like vlogged, and then I went to the pool for the last day. He binge watched the whole show sitting right here yesterday. He watched the whole show. I was like, did you like it? He goes, I loved it. It was fantastic. And my husband is not somebody that loves like these thriller mysteries. He just doesn't. I mean, it was so well done. By the way, if you are an Only Murders in the Building fan, the new season started. I can do a video on that too if you want me to, but I'm thinking about, like with Chimp Crazy, I'm going to watch that. It's 4 episodes, and then because the 4 episodes are out. With Only Murders in the Building, I'm kind of waiting until the whole season's out. But I will tell you this. I was telling somebody this yesterday. The first season of Only Murders in the Building, I loved. The second season was just, it was okay. The third season was like a return, and it was fantastic. I was really worried about the fourth season. The fourth season of Only Murders in the Building, chef's kiss. It is so good already. It is so good already. And there's so many celebrity cameos. Eugene Levy is in it. Zach Galifianakis is in it. Meryl Streep is in it. I mean, there's so many, like, cameos. It's so good. But anyway, so he binge watched it yesterday. I was like, did you like it? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. So when he started watching it, like, was on episode 2 or 3, I was downstairs finishing the last episode. I was blown away. Blown away. It is, I did not see the ending coming the way that it comes. And then it kind of ends, and then it, like, flashes forward in time. And the way that it all, like, it was so good. I was so impressed with this show. I would highly recommend it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I will tell you this. I watch a lot of these thrillers, and I watch a lot of these mysteries. And once you, and I don't even know that I could categorize them. I actually could do that in a video. I could, like, sit down and kind of be like, okay, it's either this, or this. But when you watch so many of these thriller shows, it's like, at some point, it's like, you know, it's kind of either like the husband, the maid, or some random stranger, and then it's like the whole thing. It's like, oh, I will tell you what this reminded me of. Apples Never Fall, which is a Liam O'Leary book that they turned into a movie. Or a TV series. It reminds me a lot of that. I think I've watched all the Liam O'Leary movies. What do you call it? 9 Perfect Strangers. I watched that. It is really, really, really good. And it doesn't fit the perfect, well, the whole thing is about them supposedly being this perfect couple, which they're not. But it doesn't fit like this perfect narrative of what a thriller and a mystery should be, because you really have no idea till the very end. But all the pieces, bit my mouth, all the pieces are there that are leading you up to know exactly who it was. Like, when I found out who it was, I was like, oh, I should have seen that coming. Like, it totally made sense. But I had already kind of, like, guessed that person as being one of the suspects. But, like, there is not a moment in the show when at least that every person in the show isn't a main suspect, isn't the prime suspect of the show. So it's fantastically done. I would highly recommend it. I loved it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would greatly recommend this, like a 9 out of 10. It was so, so, so good. The other point I would give is if they would have made it longer. I would have loved for it to be longer. And this is one last thing I will say to you. I didn't do this till the 3rd episode, but my friend Tanya and I were talking about this. The intro to this is a flash mob on the beach, okay? And it's for the wedding party, and it's everybody that's in the TV show. I like always like skip through the intro, so I didn't watch the intro to the 3rd episode, and then after that, each time it would start, I would watch it. The flash mob at the beginning is fantastic, so make sure that you watch that. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.